What is up, everybody? It is your boy Pigskin Pete. Happy Sunday to everybody. Like I always say, every day above ground is a great day as far as I'm concerned, and every day is a great day to be a Clemson Tiger. As you can see, I'm back at my favorite stomping grounds for the past few days, the Charleston International Airport. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. I hope I don't see this place again for a while. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm finally here to pick up my car this morning. So that's what I'm doing right now. Yesterday, Clemson, big win over Wake Forest. What was it, 49-14. Clemson pretty much dominated this game. I would say from start to finish, but they didn't dominate from start to finish. They didn't score at all in the first quarter for the first time since the Georgia game in week 1. But then again, after that, they did what they've been doing to every other team for the majority of the year, and poured it on in the second quarter. 28 second quarter points. Klubnik with another big day, 300 and something yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. As a matter of fact, 0 turnovers for the entire Clemson team yesterday. So I believe that's the second, is it the second or third? I don't know, second or third game of the year with 0 turnovers, where they went no games last year without any turnovers at all. So that's good news. Antonio Williams. Now, Jake Brenningstool had the biggest day. He was the leading receiver. He had 10 catches for over 100 yards, touchdown. But Antonio Williams also had a big day. He had 1 touchdown receiving and 1 touchdown passing. Clemson pulled out all the stops yesterday as far as the trick plays go. You got receivers throwing touchdown passes. You got defensive linemen blocking on the goal line for a Phil Maffa touchdown. Another guy who had another big day, Phil Maffa, over 100 yards, 20 carries, and 2 touchdowns. So, look, it's Wake Forest. I mean, what are you going to say? I mean, we knew we were going to dominate this game, and I'm glad that we did. I won some money on that game. As a matter of fact, I went 3 for 3 on my picks yesterday, or my bets yesterday. So I need that. I need to recoup some of that money that I lost in Nashville, or was stolen from me in Nashville, is what I probably really should say. We got Virginia this week. So the return of the Fighting Tony Elliott's. Now, Clemson should win this game easily. I mean, the talent difference and just the way the teams are playing, the talent difference between these two teams is astronomical. But hey, shout out to Tony Elliott. I mean, I thought they might win 4 games this season, Virginia. They've already got 4 wins. And the ones they've lost, they've been close, and they haven't, as far as I can remember, they haven't got blown out by anybody. So they've been a tough out for anybody. Clemson should win this. I have not checked the lines this morning to see how much they're favored by. I'm sure it's going to be by a lot, probably similar to what they were favored by against Wake Forest, somewhere around 20 or 21. Now, Dabo won't do to somebody's to Tony Elliott like what he does to some of these coaches and just pour it on. So I don't know, if he gets up by 20 or 25, he might take the foot off the gas there. But here's the one thing you can't do, and won't do either. Even if you put your second and third string guys in there, you're not going to tell them not to score. So I expect a pretty easy win here. Look at this here. Oh wait, there it is. My car. Wow, this is amazing. And here's my $500 key. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, $500 key. That's absolutely insane to have to pay that much for a stupid key. However, it is my fault for not keeping my key in my pocket and giving my baggage to a bunch of people I don't know in Nashville. That was totally idiotic now that I look back on it. But listen, we've all gone to hotels before and left our baggage with the bellhop, so we can go out on the town before we go to the airport. I mean, we've done it 100 times. My mistake was this wasn't a hotel, so there's really no recourse for me. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that whole situation again. The bottom line is, I've got my car, I've got my parking ticket stub, so I get to go pay $100 to get this thing out of here now, and I can put this all behind me. So it is what it is. Anyway, look, Clemson did what they were supposed to do against a mid-low level ACC opponent. We really don't have anybody that we should be worried about at all. I mean, at the beginning of the season, it was looking like Louisville, because after Virginia this week, sorry, with my hand in the camera there, that was one of the things that got stolen, was my little selfie stick deal that I used to shoot these videos with. So I could use my hands. At the beginning of the season, it looked like Louisville was going to be possibly a problem when they come to Death Valley next week. They've kind of fallen off a little bit. They don't look very good. So even that game's not looking like a big deal. If you go back at the beginning, before the season, think about all the games that Clemson we thought was going to be big games for them. NC State, Florida State, Louisville, Pitt, South Carolina, and that's pretty much it. Of course, Georgia, week 1. But anyway, so, I mean, obviously Florida State fell off the map. NC State's terrible. Louisville looks like they're heading in the wrong direction. I guess now it's 2 of the teams that nobody was really talking about. Now another one they were talking about was Virginia Tech. We still have to go to Virginia Tech in November, early November. But Pittsburgh, don't look now, but Pittsburgh undefeated, 6-0 for the first time since 1982. Yeah, not 2002, not even 1992, 1982. So shout out to them. Now, I mentioned that yesterday on my live stream, and of course I got a bunch of people saying, oh yeah, but they should be 4-2, they shouldn't be 6-0. You know, they got lucky, the refs bailed them out, blah, blah, yeah. Anytime a team wins, the refs bailed them out if it's a close game. I mean, that's just the way it goes on here. Bottom line is, they're not 4-2, they're 6-0, and they're pretty good. Now, they did struggle yesterday, struggle win, but hey, name a team in the country who hasn't had a struggle win this year. I'll wait. You can't name one because that hasn't happened. Outside of maybe Texas. That might be the only one you can even think of naming in that category. And then, of course, Virginia Tech we still got to go to. So, but what's crazy is, out of all these teams I just named, South Carolina might end up being the best one out of all of them. Now, South Carolina's offense is absolutely atrocious. It's really bad. So they've got one of the better defenses in the country and one of the worst offenses in the country. So, and that game is in Clemson, so obviously that favors Clemson. But yeah, if you look ahead at Clemson's schedule, and there's a very long-winded way of saying looking ahead at Clemson's schedule, I don't, unless some kind of major catastrophe, disaster happens, I don't see another loss on that schedule outside of a potential upset by Pitt or South Carolina. That's it. So, but hey, I'm going to count my chickens before they hatch, because look around the country, we're seeing this has been a crazy year in college football. So we're seeing all kinds of crazy stuff happen with teams getting upset that are major favorites in games. So anybody can lose on any given week, including Clemson. Even if it's against Virginia or Louisville or Virginia Tech or Pitt or South Carolina, it can happen to anybody. But right now they are clicking on all cylinders. Been highly impressed with the growth and production and maturation of Cade Klubnik and some of these receivers on this team this year. Some of the things that don't surprise me, halfway through the season now. Jake Brenningstool, I knew coming into the year, he's probably going to be, if not our best receiver, in the top 2, and he's proved that yesterday. We were without Wesco during this game, didn't matter. Other guys had to step up. Shout out to Adam Randall, got a touchdown yesterday as well. So they're spreading the ball around, a lot of love going around against a team like Wake Forest, who just doesn't have the depth to compete with a team like Clemson. But anyway, leave your comments below about the game, and also about the game coming up and the season coming up. Now we're 6 games in, 6 more to go in the regular season. Got to get it done. Got to keep our head down, keep our nose to the grindstone. 2 home games in a row coming up before we go on the road to Virginia Tech. All right, everybody, have a great Sunday. I'll see you later.